Beware of snakes in the grass. What does that mean? Beware of the snakes in the grass. The snakes that blend in with the grass. The snakes that you can't see because the grass is so long. This isn't a clickbaity video. It's not one of those videos that say, oh, enemies are all over you, or the chosen ones are being attacked, or all these clickbait videos that I personally find very distasteful. I don't like. And I'm not attacking anyone specifically. It's just, I know, the intention is to clickbait you into, oh, there's an enemy, there's someone that hates me or is jealous of me or whatever, and that might be so. But I think a lot of those videos are just drawn out. Let's just put it that way. I'm not trying to dilute the message with a clickbait title, but rather it's a real message, a real situation, and something that I feel from within my core to actually speak about. Those videos that I'm criticizing right now, some of them that I've watched have some pretty good messages. So I'm not gonna say they're not good videos or they don't come with a purpose, but rather I can read through it, right? So the snakes in the grass. What this means is to be careful of those around you who you believe are friends, who are allies, who are out to help you, who have your best intentions, but really are working behind your back, working against you. And this doesn't have to be something super major, like they're about to betray you or something super crazy like that. But it might be. Or rather, even though this is a low vibe topic, it's something that I'd rather not discuss. It's a reality for a lot of us. When we start to vibrate at a certain frequency, when we start to become the superior men, superior women, and I don't mean that in like, oh, you're better than other people, but rather when you start embodying the values of a person that wants to do their best, that wants to improve their lives, that no longer wants to do the bad habits, that no longer wants to drink, smoke weed, no longer wants to partake in the partying and the drugs and all the stuff that a lot of people do, you start to cleanse your body. You start to cleanse your physical vessel. You start to cleanse your spiritual body, and the adversary, whatever you want to call it, the adversary, I'm going to call it the adversary, will come for you. And sometimes there are people that can see that and they're not aware, they don't understand why they feel so triggered by your existence, by your presence. Our aura, our energy, our presence is so different than a lot of people who are still stuck in the matrix, who are still asleep, who are still indulging in all these things that lower themselves. And I'm not one of those people who believe like that something bad can harm me, like energetically. Like, yeah, sometimes it'll challenge me. Sometimes there will be bad things happening. But overall, I have this overarching belief that whatever I go through, even if it seems bad, it will be for the good overall. I'll learn a lesson. I'll be able to transmute it into something positive. So in my belief system, I don't think anything can actually harm me. Like even to death. Because I believe that our soul transcends all of that, right? Like I just think that no matter what, it's going to be okay. I'm not going to do all these different rituals. It's it's important to protect ourselves. It's important to cleanse and protect our energy. There are ways to do that. It's important to protect ourselves. It's important to be aware of these things. So that's why I make this video, because we live in the material 3D world where real envy, real jealousy, these real negative traits, these negative actions towards us exist. So we can't be naive. We can't be naive and believe this doesn't exist and live in la la land. Some things can cause us harm for real. Do I think in the end we'll win it? We'll win that battle? Do I think in the end that we'll be okay? Yes, but it doesn't make it any less unpleasant. So beware of snakes in the grass. Something I've been contemplating recently is that when we cleanse our physical body, when we stop eating the processed foods, when we cut sugars, when we drink water that's free of all the toxins and chemicals and whatnot, when we really start to cleanse ourselves, our spiritual body also becomes cleansed and vice versa. So cleansing one and the other, it's like a nice cycle, right? It cleans each other up. So what I've noticed is that I'm able to sense people's energies a lot better. I'm able to sense positive and negative, even though I can't explain it. I'm able to have better discernment of people. It's intuition and instinct together. So there's a gut feeling instinctually. There's something within us, within our survival mechanism, within us, passed down ancestrally, that we have, that we possess, that is telling us something's not right. But also intuitively from the heavens, from out there, we're able to also sense those things. It's important not to ignore these feelings. I'm not trying to fuel anyone's fears. I don't want anyone to get fear out of this or jump into the wrong conclusions or use this information to fit a story that doesn't actually fit, like you're trying to force things, you know what I'm talking about. But rather really have the awareness of why it's important to be strong and fortified, because there are situations like this. There are people that do not have good intentions. That's why I advocate for a strong ego. That's why I believe for men we have to be strong, confident, assertive, dominant. Dominant, not domineering. There's a difference. And it doesn't come from this toxic masculine perspective, but rather it's the ability to have the beast within us, to be able to control that beast and use it at will, use it for the betterment of humanity, use it to protect ourselves, to protect our loved ones. We cannot be naive. The adversary exists. People with bad intentions exist. And at the end, of course, I always connect jealousy and envy. Jealousy and envy come from a place of lack. All right? It comes from a place of lack. So that person who wishes bad upon us is because they see something that we have, that they want, they desire. So it's way worse that they're in those shoes, right? It's way worse that they feel such lack that they have to hate on us, that they have to be jealous. And on the flip side, we are so abundant. We are so high vibe. We're so expansive that we don't care. That we have awareness, that we go into battle when necessary, but overall we're so abundant, we pity those people. We feel sorry for them. It doesn't mean we don't attack. It doesn't mean we allow ourselves to be doormats. No, like I said, we have strong egos. The strong ego that can withstand criticism, judgment, the stones that are thrown to us. We can withstand those things because we are centered. And vice versa. We have to catch ourselves when we feel envy and jealousy and these lower level emotions, and have that awareness, like, I am jealous of this person. Maybe unconsciously I'm giving them, throwing at them negative energy, but really it's within me. I lack something. I lack feeling abundant. I lack whatever I'm jealous of that person. And it's okay. We're human. These things happen. And I've caught myself. And I intentionally, I say to myself, I'm like, or to the universe rather, I make sure I make it intentional that I bring that energy back, that I don't throw that person this negativity because of my own feelings of lack that aren't real. So let's always be prepared. Let's be aware. Listen to our instinct, our intuition. Have a clean body, a clean vessel, so we can read situations, read people, assess and discern the best that we can and navigate that. Anyway, this isn't a fear-mongering video, okay? Making that clear. It is not for fear-mongering. Simply awareness and a message that came through to me very strongly today. It's different than all my other videos for sure, but I was very strongly pulled to make it. So here I am. What I will say though is genuinely, truly believe that nothing can harm you. Nothing will harm you. Don't give that person, that thing, that energy. Don't give it that energy. You are abundant. I am abundant. The universe is expansive. There is more than enough. You are loved. You are eternal love. You do not have to fear the adversary. So let's step into courage, rise above that, and make sure we stomp out those snakes in the grass. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe to support this channel so we can grow the consciousness of other peoples, so we can grow this masculine movement. I'd highly appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next one.